Happy moment to you. This is your mindful moment. Just wanted to share and reflect. So as we do what I call our inner work, work of exploring how we see the world, and particularly for me was getting out of the way of overthinking, overanalyzing mind, and more into my heart space body to really tune into my intuition, my inner knowing, a place of trust, and a place of strength and resilience, no matter what's happening on the outside. And in that journey, we have our setbacks, or we have our challenges, right? We all do. And especially when we're dealing with other beings, right? And then when it hits close to home. So for me today was dealing with a situation with my child and knowing how to just pause when the discourse came up and figuring out which tool to use. And I was grateful for the tool of pausing and reaching out to a conscious, mindful friend who also is on this path of being a conscious parent and being mindful of how we interact, right? So how we receive something, how it affects us internally, and what may be going on with the other person, right? So being able to reflect, pause, and then come into a place of understanding so that we can approach and come back to the situation with a new light. And that wouldn't have happened that I would have this. I mean, it probably could have happened, but what I'm trying to get at is when we do this inner heart space work, possibilities and opportunities and situations and people come into our life that we might not have even seen or been awake to if we were an overthinking, overanalyzing mind. So sometimes when we're in that spinning out mode, we can forget basic things like interacting consciously with other people, like remembering to bring that certain thing from home, crazy things. I mean, I don't want to get into it with when you're interacting in the world and you see other people and you can't figure out why they're acting that way. But just if we imagined it, that what if that overstimulated, overthinking, overanalyzing mind was at play from different situations, different traumas, different life circumstances that brought somebody there. So that place of compassion can come back in. That place of seeing it from a different view, and then finding a place within that, how are we receiving that information and how are we feeling around it? And then again, when acting with the family or with loved ones or with people that we interact with, how can we approach it in a different way? How can we first come in to reflect, pause, reach out to a tool, and it might be a conscious, mindful friend who's been also doing the work to be able to provide that insight, right? We can't just go to anybody and seek any advice because maybe they're spinning out and overanalyzing, overthinking mind too. So that's the mindful moment. I hope it makes sense to you. It surely made sense to me in the moment, and I am so grateful for my friend and for conscious beings who are doing this work of working on inner heart space, of working on coming back into the body, feeling your own reaction and response to situations, right? So sending you joy, love, radiance, and peace. Thanks for listening. Take care.